As the 2013 football season came to an end, so did the careers of some of the game's greats. Manchester United bade farewell to their longest-serving manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, who finished his career with a 5-5 draw at West Brom.
You'll remember that game. I think anybody who's here in the stadium today will remember that game for years to come. I think that's a good tribute.
At White Hart Lane, Paolo Di Canio was mad. Andre Villas-Boas was happy, but neither emotion helped secure a Champions League spot for Tottenham in their 1-0 win over Sunderland.
It serves as a good reference for us in the future. Achieving 72 points and not making it means that next season to compete at this level we would have to make probably more than that.
Arsenal took that spot and kept their remarkable run of Champions League appearances every season since 1996 intact, although it was another season without any silverware for the Gunners.
In the last 3 months I believe we have been remarkably consistent. We won every away game, and so it's a good springboard for next season.
Chelsea took the points against Everton, while Liverpool rounded out their season with a 1-0 win over Championship-bound QPR. Norwich capped a stellar season with an equally triumphant 3-2 victory over Manchester City, while West Ham and Fulham also came away with 3 points from the final weekend of Premier League action. Over the channel, and David Beckham called an end to his short stint with PSG and his long spell in football.
I always, secretly said to myself that I want to go out at the top. And if you'd have said to me 8 months ago that I'd be playing in the French League, winning the French Cup, winning the league, and finishing like this, I would have probably said absolutely no chance.
Bex chose not to make the trip to Lorient with the rest of the squad, retiring at home the week prior, but his teammates still secured a 3-1 win to round out the season. They already had the French title in the bag before the match, and Marseille fans would probably have expected a bit more from their squad than a limp scoreless draw with Stade Reims. 2-0 victories for Lyon, Nice and Toulouse, while Bordeaux also took full points, but it was relegation for Nyon, Troyes and Stade Brestois. 2013 was a strong year for German football, and specifically Bayern Munich, who dominated the Bundesliga in the league's 50th season.
Erstmal innerhalb der Mannschaft ist natürlich kein Thema in Sachen.
We know that we're playing well. It's great to be part of such a strong squad and having such a great season.
In den letzten Monaten präsentiert haben, das wissen wir alle.
We've tried to tighten up across the pitch this season, especially defensively. But there's still a lot we have to play for. We want to win the league and the Champions League as well, so we have to stay focused. It's not so easy. We had a real test against Hoffenheim, so you can't afford to switch off, not at any point.
Dafür arbeiten einfach, das tun wir tagtäglich auf dem Trainingsplatz.
That's what the Bayern captain thought just before they did indeed secure the Bundesliga title in 28 matches, no less. And they went on to finish the season 25 points ahead of second-place Borussia Dortmund, who didn't have a particularly good end to their season. After missing out on the title, they lost to Hoffenheim in their final match, and then lost to Bayern in the Champions League final. Schalke beat Freiburg, and Bayer Leverkusen secured the third German Champions League spot, with a 1-0 win over Hamburg. Nuremberg and Hanover also took full points, but Fürth and Dusseldorf are headed to Bundesliga 2. Down south, Juventus won their second successive Serie A title and 29th in their history, but their season ended on a limp note with a 3-2 loss at Sampdoria. Napoli fans also didn't have any reason to celebrate the end of the season, after their squad barely scraped a goal in their 2-1 loss to Roma. Milan, Cagliari and Parma won their final matches, but Bologna and Genoa and Torino and Catania split the points. Over to La Liga, and with one foot out the door, Jose Mourinho still managed to guide Real Madrid to a 4-2 win over Osasuna in their final match of the season. Not that the victory helped smooth his relationship with the Spanish media.
Are you worried with my crisis? I don't think you are. I'm not. And in the end of the press conference, you speak with the guys that write all the stories. I think it's easier for you to understand. Have a good dinner with your colleagues, with the Spanish colleagues, and they will tell you a few stories that they like to write.
Doesn't seem particularly fussed, does he? Nor were Barcelona with Madrid's win, as they rounded out a spectacular season with a 3-1 victory over Malaga that saw them grab their 100th point. Lionel Messi deserved much of the credit, having secured the European Golden Shoe with 46 goals during the domestic season, 4 short of the 50 he kicked the year before. Atletico Madrid, Granada, Mallorca and Seville also rounded out the season with wins, which had little effect on the top of the table, but did bring the curtain down on a great season of European football.